All right, let's talk about foreign exchange situation in Nigeria now. According to Bloomberg, foreign investors are trapped in Nigeria's debt market as dollar liquidity dries up due to a lack of fresh inflows. According to them, it says some bondholders sold local currency securities in March and have been unable to repatriate their proceeds weeks later. Dollar inflows in Africa's largest oil-producing nation, taking a hit from a plunge in oil prices, which account for, of course, 90% of foreign exchange earnings. Joining me now to discuss this is Arise Business Analyst Chika Mbonu. Chika, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
you. The headline was, I think they used lockdown, dollar lockdown in Nigeria. Is that, do you think you exaggerated that a bit much as far as the headline is concerned and the article?
You know, I mean, what's happening now is rest on the weakness of foreign portfolio investors as the anchor point of our investment policy. You do recall that we've been talking about this for a long time. Nigeria has, FDI had dried up from Nigeria. And so what we could have said so far has been the foreign portfolio investors, sometimes call it hot money, and who keep their money in the country, you know, subject to the kind of returns they want, they get, and the sentiments that exist in that environment when it comes to risk. So that's what we're seeing now, in the sense that the news, even before COVID, has been bad for us. Our reserves have been, you know, running down. And so there has been this overhang that Nigeria reserves are coming down. Therefore, if the maturities for these bonds come, or foreign bills come up, Nigeria will not be able to provide the dollar backing required to pay these obligations. So this is what the issue is. Now, and so we're not surprised. You know, so before COVID, it was bad. The risk was there, but COVID has accentuated that risk and elevated it to a different level altogether. So I think the headline is not too far away from the reality.
From reality. Can you talk about the trading volumes in the I&E window?
Now, from the report that we hear, we knew at the optimum. Don't take it away from the Central Bank of Nigeria. The truth is that, you know, at the beginning of, from 2015, you know, we were saying that you're holding fixed the exchange rate. Let it float a little so that you can attract foreign investors into our country. Now, that I&E window was created, and it was led to float. And so much volumes of dollars came into the country, especially when Nigeria had robust reserves. And so foreign investors felt confident that if they bring their dollars in here, when they want to take it out, it will be repatriated because we had dollar liquidity. Right. But that has been not been the case. So at the optimum time, so we used to see things like $300 to $400 million every day being traded on that window. But from the reports we see now, it's come down to paltry $20 to $30 million, $40 million a day. So the volumes have actually fallen substantially since this issue, this COVID thing has come up.
Is there a fear that foreign investors, at the moment they get the chance to, will exit en masse out of the market with what Bloomberg is saying here?
Yeah, look at it this way. There have been significant flight to safety by investors as this COVID issue came up into the environment, the world economy. So many investors wanted to fly to safety.
Yes.
And if they want to move their funds to the host countries, and where that was applicable, you know. So, but some of them, the majorities have not happened. Majority of the TBs or the bonds have not happened. So some of them happened in this cusp, in this window, and they'll not be able to access the dollar to take it away. And so some of them either have actually rolled it over or put it in naira in fixed deposits in this our economy. So talk to me. If it's you in that station, if your money comes in, you know, and you're able to take it out, you will take it out, of course, quickly, right, because of the environment. Nothing has changed. The reserves are actually falling. The oil prices that are supposed to fund the reserves or feed the reserves are also in jeopardy. So what do you think is going to happen?
Right.
The risk for foreign exchange illiquidity is higher and higher. So we're not surprised if that happens.
Okay, so now the obvious question is the impact on the reserves. If they all, you know...
Now, some of the reports we've seen have said that at $34 million reserves now, if you discount the FPIs, yes, the reserve remaining were about $20 billion plus. And that's 3, 4 to 5 months of, or 6 months of imports. And so that's it puts us in a weak position. And the opportunity to grow the reserves is not happening because of what you know, how it's happening in the oil market now.
Right. Okay, so there hasn't been any selling to BDCs now over the past couple. But Chika, at some point, selling has to resume. So, does that increase the pressure on the CBN going forward?
Yeah, some demand is there. Let's also agree that level of economic activity has decreased.
Has gone down, yes.
Gone down because of what's happened, and so there's some pent-up demand if the window is opened.
Right.
But CBN, in this wisdom, suspended selling, really funding the market and even funding the IE window. CBN comes to play in the IE window to create some liquidity when there's liquidity there. So that has not happened for some time now. We're hoping that when the COVID issue dies down, the CBN will come back into the market and some sanity. The 420, 430 exchange rate in the naira to the dollar that's happening now in the free market.
Yes.
I'm sure will be moderated downwards to below 4,400 naira.
Okay, we've only got about a little over a minute. Analysts are saying that possibly because of all these clues that you've mentioned, these fundamentals, there might be another technical devaluation down the road. How do you see it? Briefly, if you can.
At the end of the day, our central bank knows that the political side to devaluation. But you see, when Mr. Bismarck came here and spoke about yesterday, he thought about the issue of central bank floating the dollar. And one of the new economic policies we'll have to implement to make sure that Nigeria turns to face the world. So there has to be wisdom in doing that. I have a feeling that has to be done because the trust will be taken out of our hand.
Chika Mbonu, a Rise business analyst, thank you so much for joining us and talking about the FX situation in the country. We appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.